Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's video. We're going to be doing something a bit differently, and we've been doing different things a lot on this channel lately. Now, I've covered a lot of ways and discussed a lot of ways that you can improve your tabla playing. And now I've seen a lot of other people are also creating tutorials and exercises, how you can improve different aspects of your tabla playing. Even last night, someone that watches this channel was messaging me, showing me tutorials that they've made. That I think it was a terikete exercise and reverse tete. And then I realized I don't think anyone has talked about ways that you can ruin your tabla playing. So today we're going to cover 10 ways that you can ruin your tabla playing. So let's start with number 1. Start practicing tomorrow. Now, this applies even far beyond tabla playing. But let's say that you took a break from tabla playing and you're going to start practicing, but today's not the day. Let's start tomorrow. Let's start next week or maybe next month when, things calm down a little bit. The thing is that whatever you affirm, that tends to loop and repeat itself, and tomorrow really never comes. And I've seen people message me on Skool talking about that 25 years have passed and they just now got back into tabla. So this whole thing of I'll start tomorrow, it doesn't work. You need to break that cycle and start today. Now, next. One of my favorites. Watch every tutorial, then do nothing. Oh, and this isn't just tutorials. Watch every ustad and panditji on every platform, not even just on YouTube, every Facebook, everything, watch it all. And then just do nothing. Now, this is one of the biggest traps and really unintended side effects of creating multiple tabla communities. That there will be a certain amount of people that will just post links all day. When you ask them to post a practice video, they'll just go silent. And really what they're doing is they think by just watching tutorials and other people play, they're actually making some sort of progress. So that's not really doing anything for you. And another similar thing is when in comments, people will argue where a composition is from or a certain historical fact about tabla. None of this is doing anything to improve your tabla playing, but you're tricking yourself into thinking that you are making some sort of progress. Now, let's go to the next one. Yes, trying to figure out hand placement on your own. Yeah, you don't need anyone to tell you how to play na or anything. Just, figure it out on your own. Doesn't matter where your ring finger or pinky are placed. Just, have at it. Now, this, of course, is obviously the wrong approach. If you don't understand how to play na from the beginning, what's the point? Then you can't play dha, can't play dhin. What is tabla if you can't even play those bowls? So this is just ridiculous. Definitely find someone that will help you place your hands. It could be me, it could be someone else, but find someone. Don't try to do this part on your own. Next. Yes, be a part of communities and friend circles that make fun and demean anyone that's trying to learn any classical art. Make sure you make friends with people that encourage you just to, kind of waste your time, watch Amazon Prime, watch Netflix and things like that. Don't surround yourself with a community that encourages you and really promotes and focuses on the classical arts. Just, be a part of just people that don't really think much of it. Now, obviously, I'm being a bit facetious here. You should definitely join any community. It doesn't have to be Skool, doesn't have to be Discord, although those are really great communities. But just surround yourself with people that also have respect for the classical arts and really are focused on it. Next. Another one of my favorites. Complain regularly that you weren't born into a musical family or a tabla lineage. Now you hear this from time to time. so and so is so good because they're the son of so and so. And this goes out of just tabla playing as well. And you really I there's really no scope for complaining when it comes to music. Life is never going to be fair. You have to do the best with what you have and the resources around you. And now there are so many ways that you can learn and get better. This isn't even a valid complaint. Maybe 20, 30 years ago, you could get away with this. But nowadays, this isn't a complaint at all. I wasn't born into any tabla lineage. My dad worked in oil and gas. My mom was in cancer research. No one in my family was a musician. So that complaint just doesn't work. Let's go to the next one. Yes, after a bad performance, just quit. Just take your tabla, lock it away somewhere in the attic or the closet, and just don't touch it again. Now, obviously, that's ridiculous. I've had several bad performances, and it is difficult to continue, but you just must. There's even a quote by Winston Churchill, and I know people quote him quite a bit, that success is just going from failure to failure with enthusiasm. So, although it may be hard, and I've had so many bad performances. I've had performances where there's no mic for me. There's the main artist is sitting on a stage. I'm sitting on the floor. Just so many things, yet here I am. So you just can't quit. You need to keep pushing along. Next one. Yes, expect to get better without any focused practice. Yeah, so basically, you don't need to focus and listen to your playing. Doesn't matter what the sound quality is like. In fact, you could just work maybe on the dia and have your phone in your other hand. That's the real way to get better. Now, obviously, that's wrong. You need to limit your distractions and really just focus yourself and focus on the instrument. Later at the higher levels, and this really is much later, you shouldn't even feel a separation with the instrument. The instrument is just an extension of you. That's the level of focus that you should bring to this art form. Next. Value the musical tastes and opinions of your family and friends more than your own. Now, this applies to people, I think, more in the West, although it could be in India as well. Now, when I grew up, everyone here was listening to hip hop and rap, and it could have been a great idea for me to just completely forget Indian classical music and just listen to rap and just go along with what the trends were here. Just forget about the Darbar Festival and all those great places that make Indian classical music. Just go along with everyone else. Now, obviously, coming to the last point about focus, doesn't matter of the opinions and perspectives of others. If you like something, that's really all that matters. Hone in and focus on that. Next. Yes, start a new composition every day. Don't work on the same composition for a year or a decade. Every day, just pick something new, learn it, and practice that. That's going to be a lot of fun, and you'll make a lot of progress with that. Obviously, this is also ridiculous. Now, I do cover a new composition. I do create tutorials on new compositions almost every day, but that's in the hopes that you pick a few that you like and then you practice that for an extended amount of time. I don't expect anyone to just every day write down the composition I made or I presented and then just practice that. Pick the ones that you like and then really go deep with those. So this of a new composition every day just can never work. Stay in your comfort zone during every practice. Now, I do talk about practicing slowly with clarity and things like that, but you do have to continually push yourself. That definition of slow is something that's evolving. If you're practicing at 60 BPM this year, next year and 3 years later, it can't be the exact same thing. You're not going to make any progress. You can't stay in the same tal, and that is one that I struggle with a little bit. I do prefer, the simpler tals like Kairava, Rupak, Dadra, but you gotta expand to Jap tal, even Dhamar and Pancham Savari, which I really don't like. But this one, you just you gotta keep pushing, and really your comfort zone needs to be a zone that's expanding. It's not supposed to be something fixed. Should always be expanding. And even things that if you see yourself as just an accompaniment player, which is what I saw myself as for most of my tabla journey, need to expand to qaidas, need to expand just more and more. So keep that in mind as well. Yes, assume that you're the best and you're always right. Now, anyone that does that is just doomed to failure, because if you're thinking you're the best, someone can tell you exactly what you need to hear. Like exactly, like for example, just make this sound louder in this rela, and you won't listen. It'll literally just bounce right off your head because you're the best. And if you think you're always right, how can you ever find anything wrong with your playing? Almost every month, I find something just completely wrong with the approach. And I treat tabla like it's a research project, that I'm always continually refining it, finding the places that I'm wrong, and I'm fixing it. So that's really the approach. And not only that, when people in the comments say I'm wrong about something, I really do check again and make sure that, is what they're saying valid and accurate. I don't just assume, no, they're just commenting, they're wrong. No, you definitely need to be open-minded and be adaptable. You can't just have like a thick skull with things like this. And lastly, and I have discussed this in a previous video, wait for other musicians and organizers to reach out to you. You never know. They may have a dream about you and they'll find out about your playing. No, that's spend time shaking hands with people, going to events, meeting new people, and tell everyone that you can about your playing. Everyone should know. You cannot wait for these people to find you. The era of, you're a musician and you're just sitting by yourself, hoping you find your next performance, hoping you get contacted, that's over. You got to be proactive, reach out to people, students, organizers, other musicians to collaborate with. Do everything that you can to really just extend your reach. And those are 12 ways that you can ruin your tabla playing. Thank you.